You're not going to believe what just happened. Before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now so you don't miss any of our breaking updates about your favorite stars. This one is unfolding so fast that fans all over social media are still trying to make sense of it, and I've been watching the reactions pour in minute by minute. Earlier today, eagle-eyed fans noticed something they'd never expected to see on Wang's Instagram. Every single photo that once showed him and Shen Yue together, from candid shots in coffee shops to the more polished red carpet images, was gone. Deleted. Vanished without a trace. For years, these posts had served as a kind of unofficial timeline of their relationship, or at least their very public friendship and collaboration. The images weren't just pictures, they were memories fans had bookmarked, commented on, and shared across platforms. So when people realized the posts were missing, it wasn't just about lost photos, it felt like a shift in the story of Dylan and Shen Yue. At first, some fans thought it was a glitch. Instagram has been known to have bugs that make posts disappear temporarily. But as hours passed, it became clear this wasn't an accident. The photos hadn't just been archived, they were actually deleted. And that's when the speculation exploded. Was this a social media cleanse? Was Dylan preparing for a rebrand? Or did it signal something deeper and more personal? I've been following this pair since their breakout drama together, and their on-screen chemistry turned them into one of the most talked-about duos in East Asian entertainment. Even when they weren't working on projects together, there was always a sense of closeness, whether real or imagined, that fans held on to. Dylan posting birthday wishes for Shen liking his behind-the-scenes photos. These were the breadcrumbs people used to reassure themselves that their favorite stars were still on good terms. That's why the sudden deletion hit so hard. It felt abrupt, almost like a door being slammed. What's even more interesting is the timing. Just last week, Dylan gave an interview hinting at big changes coming in his personal and professional life. He didn't give details, but he talked about needing space and finding balance. Fans at the time thought he meant taking a short break from filming or focusing on music projects. Now, looking back at those comments, people are rereading them through a different lens. Was that his way of preparing us for a public distancing from Shen? Meanwhile, Shen Yue's own Instagram remains unchanged. All the photos of Dylan are still there. The birthday posts, the behind-the-scenes selfies, the playful captions, she hasn't removed a thing. That contrast has only fueled the theories. Some fans believe the two had a falling out and that Dylan's deletion was a reaction to something personal. Others think it's purely a management decision, perhaps his team advised him to streamline his feed to match a new branding strategy. In the entertainment world, these moves can be calculated. A clean slate on social media often precedes a major announcement, like a new endorsement deal or a shift in image. Scrolling through Twitter, Weibo, and Instagram comments, you can see how divided people are. One user wrote, "I can't believe he would do this to Shen after everything. This is heartbreaking." Another countered, "Guys, relax. Celebs delete posts all the time when they're prepping for new projects." There's anger, sadness, confusion, and also a small but vocal group urging everyone to wait before drawing conclusions. What I find compelling is how emotionally invested fans are in this narrative. Dylan and Shen's dynamic has always blurred the line between professional partnership and personal friendship. Whether or not they were ever romantically involved, people built stories around their interactions. That's the power of fandom, it turns public figures into characters in a collective imagination. When one of those characters makes a dramatic move, like wiping years of photos, it feels like a plot twist in a beloved series. Some entertainment journalists are already calling this the great unfollow of 2025, even though Dylan hasn't unfollowed Shen. He's still following her, and she's still following him. That's an important detail, because unfollowing is often the true signal of a break or conflict. The fact that they remain connected suggests that whatever's happening might not be as severe as it looks. Maybe Dylan simply wanted his Instagram to reflect his solo journey at this point. Or maybe there's an announcement coming, a new project, a new partnership, or even a public statement explaining the deletion. I also noticed something else. Dylan has replaced his profile photo with a minimalist black and white image and updated his bio to a simple quote about new beginnings. That change, coupled with the mass deletion, definitely looks intentional. It's the kind of move artists make when they're about to drop a new album, take on a dramatic film role, or step into a new phase of their public persona. We've seen similar strategies with Western stars, K-pop idols, and actors in other industries. The clean slate tactic creates buzz, and clearly. I also want to point out that neither Dylan nor Shen has issued any public statement about this yet. There's been no official comment from their agencies. Until we hear from them directly, everything is speculation. It's possible that by the time you watch this, one or both of them may have addressed the situation. Maybe Dylan will explain the deletion in a heartfelt post. Maybe Shen will comment or even share a new photo of them together, quelling the rumors. Or maybe they'll both stay silent, letting the mystery play out. That uncertainty is part of why this story is dominating social media right now. People love a mystery, especially when it involves beloved celebrities. And the narrative of all photos deleted is dramatic. It triggers our instincts to search for meaning. Was there a fight? A breakup? A rebranding? A publicity stunt? We project our own experiences onto it. For some, it's a warning sign. For others, it's a fresh start. As a narrator, I want to encourage everyone watching this to take a breath and remember that celebrities are people too. They make choices about their social media for many reasons, not all of them dramatic. Deleting photos can be as simple as wanting a new aesthetic or as complex as ending a personal relationship. We can speculate, but we can also respect their privacy until they choose to share more. Still, there's no denying the impact this move has had. In just a few hours, hashtags like #dylanwang and #Shen Yue started trending worldwide. Fan accounts are scrambling to repost archived versions of the deleted images. Analysts are writing think pieces about the new era of Dylan's brand. And casual followers are just plain curious. What happened, is the question on everyone's lips. I'll be keeping an eye on this story as it develops, because something tells me this isn't the end. Whether it's a statement, a new project, or even a surprise joint appearance, Dylan and Shen have a way of keeping the public hooked. They've been through waves of rumors before, and somehow they always come back into the spotlight, sometimes separately, sometimes together. This deletion might be a turning point, but it might also be a prelude to something bigger. So if you're invested in their journey, as friends, as collaborators, as whatever they are to each other, stay tuned. And seriously, if you haven't subscribed yet, now's the time. That way you won't miss our next update when we break down any official responses, new posts, or other twists in this ongoing saga. Until then, all we can do is watch, analyze, and remember that behind the headlines are real people making real choices. Whether this is the start of a new chapter for Dylan, a temporary cleanup, or something more personal, it's their story to tell. We're just along for the ride, holding on to the memories of those now deleted photos and waiting to see what comes next.